Hi, I'm Bruce Ashmore from Ashmore Design. I'm standing here at Belle Isle, the home of the Detroit Belle Isle Grand Prix. And I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the Gold Crown Championship Race Car Series. The Gold Crown Championship was conceived by Bill France. He's a great man. He brought us NASCAR, the great spectacle that it is today. And he had an idea to create a series that would be a support for NASCAR at the bigger tracks, the 1.5 mile ovals, and bring drivers from USAC on into NASCAR and IndyCar, the premier series in this country. The Gold Crown Championship car with its new bodywork will be on display at the Indianapolis trade show at the end of 2009, December 2nd. And a week later at the Performance Racing Industry Show in Orlando. The Gold Crown Championship car is going to be on display at the Indianapolis Trade Show and the Performance Racing Industry Show in Orlando, Florida at the end of this year. It has a new look, a new body profile, which was actually General Motors and Chevrolet designer Randy Whitteen had a lot to do with creating the look of the new car. So we brought in a stylist and somebody that knew a lot about racing to style this new car, and the bodywork for that has been quite a process, but it will be on display at the end of this year. Moving on into 2010, we're going to have 4 media events at 4 different racetracks. So here the media and the general public will get a chance to see what the car will look like in action at the racetrack. There'll be a road course which will go up to the northern end of California at Sonoma Raceway. Then we'll take it over to Darlington Speedway in South Carolina. So it'll be on a speedway, which is a mile and a half racetrack. Later on we'll take it to a Phoenix, which is a 1 mile oval, and then a short track. So during 2010 you'll see the car on 4 different types of racetracks. So in 2011 we plan on having 10 races, which will be a combination of road courses, speedways, which are 1.5 mile racetracks, and 1/2 mile to 1 mile ovals. And we're negotiating with all of the tracks, those types of tracks in the USA right now. It'll be across the country. As our plans develop, it'll be displayed on either my website, which is ashmoredesign.com, or on the series website, which is goldcrownchampionship.com. And it's just another day on. For these skid marks, you'd never know this was the pit lane for the Indianapolis race for the Detroit Belle Isle Grand Prix. And just a few feet away we have a model of the Gold Crown Championship body shape, and I'm going to be showing you that next. The last race in November 2007 we had 21 cars on the grid at Phoenix International Speedway. We now have 23 cars in car owners' hands, and we have another 11 new cars that could join them on the grid when the series starts again as the Gold Crown Championship. All of the existing cars, as Silver Crown, carry through into the Gold Crown Championship. So every one of those cars that raced in 2007 will be fitted with the new body that you can see here, and will carry on and race as the Gold Crown Championship. It's merely carrying over the mechanical components. It's a very reliable, very robust car, and we just switch the body over to this new body shape. But something I want to show you down here, never been done before in single-seater racing. This front body panel is sculpted for the Chevrolet engine, because in the engine compartment, which is down here, we have a Chevrolet, a Ford, a Mopar, and a Toyota engine. So to display that, which is hidden under this bonnet, is we have the front part of the bodywork, which we're going to display the manufacturer's logo. So here we have the Chevrolet, we'll have an oval for the Ford, we'll have the Mopar Cross, the sort of distinctive Toyota shape for the front of that car. So By just changing that body panel there, it changes the whole look of the car and shows off the engine that's under the hood. This car runs on methanol fuel, which is the same fuel that is used all through USAC, United States Auto Club. The car could also run on ethanol, which is similar to the IndyCar series. So any alcohol-based fuel can be used in these cars. The engine is a derivative of the NASCAR Sprint Cup engine. It's a 360 cubic inch, single camshaft V8 engine, steel block, aluminum heads. It's the same rules in the Sprint Cup NASCAR series. The tyres for the series, we're very fortunate that Goodyear has come on board as the tyre supplier, the official tyre supplier for the Gold Crown Championship. So they're going to help us market the series, and it also brings in a marquee name in tyre manufacturer that will develop the car and the tyres for the super speedways and the road courses. It's very exciting to have Goodyear as part of our marketing campaign. So the great thing about this series is there are no onboard computers, there are no onboard computer systems that aid the engineering. The driver has to talk to the crew chief and he has to engineer the car himself. This is very important because going on into NASCAR, you have that same methodology. So this car will help a driver run on a speedway and get himself to Indianapolis, which is very computer orientated, but it will also train to link to NASCAR because on this series we have no computers. This series is the destination series of USAC. That means any driver that's aspiring to NASCAR or IndyCar can make this his home until he moves on into those series. And speaking of drivers, AJ Foyt loves this series. He loves the look of the new car and he's going to be around when the series runs. This is Bruce from Ashmore Design. Just go to the websites on the screen and follow along with us. This is a very exciting series and we want you to be a part of it as we develop going forward.